Hey, Genki Call here with faction information and a bunch of teams for you to use in Duergaroth. Duergaroth is connected to Caracoth, and Caracoth, of course, the level here is going to, well, rather, it can affect your horde stats. At level 12 and up, you get faction horde stat bonuses, so that will help your delving there if you're able to get that up there. And Duergaroth is right here. Remember to boost your horde here. And of course, you can get the troops from here. I will show you the troops. We'll go over those real quickly before we get to the teams. And so I'm going to sort by Duergaroth. There it is. And oh, it is sorted by base rarity. So the legendary here is Nyarmel. Nyarmel does true heavy splash damage. So that means 75% of the damage to each adjacent troop. Boosted by stone blocks and explode all stone blocks, then create 3 stone blocks. So there's always going to be some on the board for him to blow up. You know, in concept anyway. And then he stuns a random enemy when an enemy casts a spell, which can be very helpful if they have a trait such as being immune to devour or Queen Beatrix. Well, he's really good against Beatrix because without her traits, she can't cleanse the team. That aside, we're talking about the Duergaroth troops, so let's move on. The epic is the Deep Golem, who explodes a gem, barriers an ally for each skull destroyed, and gains 34 life. So he's tanky, kind of. He's only gaining life, but he is barriering the team. If you can catch 4 skulls in the explosion, he'll barrier the whole team. And he does have skull damage reduction, which is great, so you can pop him in the front. The Dark Smith is the ultra rare, and he's going to create stone blocks or give armor to all allies or destroy a stone block and deal damage to all enemies. So I'm going to come back to him in a minute, but let's he's got the greedy trait, so going to get some extra gold using him. And then the Deep Dwarf is our lowest of the low for the faction. He transforms all green gems to a gem of a chosen color. Then he creates a stone block. He does have a stone link, which is nice. So you get, if you match 3 brown gems, you'll actually get 4 instead of 3 because of this stone link. Now, with these two creating stone blocks, something you need to know about Duergaroth is that you can end up with a board full of stone blocks with no moves left to make. And at that point, you'll see something you may not have seen before, or if you did, you may not have understood what you were seeing. What will happen if there are no moves left? The entire board will wipe clear. Both sides, both your allies and the enemies, will lose all of their mana, and you'll have a fresh, clean slate to work off of. So that was something I really wanted to point out about Duergaroth. So let's get to the teams. All of these teams are going to be in the description box below, so you can find them easily. You don't have to try and type these out. This is Duergaroth. I love this artwork. It's so pretty. Pure faction team. I have not tried to do pure faction here, and let me show you why. Duergaroth, here we go. We'll go in here. All 4 of these are treasure rooms every time, and I love that. And I left it pretty low level so that I could keep going through and getting all of these rooms for the treasure rooms, just to milk it a little bit and get that extra treasure. Anyway, back to my list of things. We've got some good mana generating troops. Of course, Thrall and Leprechaun are favorites of mine, especially Leprechaun, because you've got that instant blast for mana accumulation. We can bring Centuragon in here, which is awesome. Charonas is great, especially for a soul farming team, so you can do some soul farming and quick delving on the low levels. And I have a team for that down below. Lyrasza is fantastic for the purple and blue storms. Tink can come in here for the yellow-red storm. Then you've got the turtle cannon, court jester, and empowered mana converters, of course. So you can see I've got quite a few teams here with no legendaries. I did want to point out that like this team is going to be kind of weak. Enchantress doesn't do a ton of damage, and Midge Swarm doesn't do a ton of damage, but on low levels, it'll work pretty well, especially with the boost that you're going to get from your horde. And so, you know, same with the Spinnerette. Spinnerette is kind of weak. Venbarak, Atlanta, Water Elemental, Illithian Servitor, all nice and strong. But you can mix and match these things. You'll see that most of these have Mountain Crusher and Leprechaun on the ends, and then in the middle you put 2 troops that do damage to all enemies or have scatter damage or splash damage. Then I've got my quick delve teams in here. Here's the soul farming team that I mentioned right here at the top. We've got one with mystics here with Vanya and Medea. Just a ton of teams here. Anything you see here with this asterisk is one that I especially like. And you can see there are a ton of teams here. The gargoyles can be used here. I love the gargoyles. And you can use the gargoyles with the ethereal sentry, which is my favorite way to use them. And, you know, for higher levels, you can take this really far in here if you use the Shield of Raskaya instead of the Guardian Hammer. It's just kind of something different for the lower levels there. My favorite Skull Waterfall team by Artless X Arts it can be used here. I love this team so much. I just rave about this team because I adore it. Cunning with Shabanu Vespera and the Doom Scythe, or any solid purple weapon. We've got High King Irongut teams. We've got High King Irongut with Zul'Goth. My favorite Centuragon Zul'Goth team is here, right here. This is another one of my favorites, High King Irongut with Thrall, Fiendfire, and Lyrasza. If you know the colors of the troops, purple, purple, purple. And it doesn't matter because as soon as you have mana for Thrall, you cast, and because of the storm from Lyrasza, you will have so much purple mana, it does not matter. You will fill up the whole team. The blue will fill up High King Irongut, the purple will fill up the rest of the team. Don't bother casting with Lyrasza. Just Thrall, Fiendfire if something is immune to Devour, and High King Irongut. Just boom, done. It's really fantastic. Now this team is another one that's marked as one of my favorites, and it's the one that I use to complete the level 500 delve at Silver Necropolis without potions. And basically the way this one works is you get mana for the Mountain Crusher, blow it off. You're going to fill up Venoxia or High King Irongut, however you want to do it. And you just kind of use Venoxia and Mountain Crusher to fill up High King Irongut. And the Scourge of Honor is here for 2 reasons. One, because of his passive trait to curse all enemies, or curse enemies on match 4s, or is it... Hold on, now I gotta look. So, hold on. I get them mixed up. Scourge. The Scourge of Honor, he does curse and disease, a random enemy when matching 4+ gems. So, he's there for the curse, so that you can devour troops that are immune to devour, but you can also use him as a finisher. So if you get him nice and low, then enough to kill, then you can cast with him, but mostly he's there for that 3rd trait. But anyway, tons of teams here. Got a couple from viewers, a few here from viewers during the Silver Necropolis faction assault, same colors. So anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this, that you have a lot of fun delving. I do have a live stream planned for starting a couple of hours after reset. Hope to see you there. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.